Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Lesia, the Preacha-OK. um, in a previous video, I touched on this particular topic, but I want to, um, you know, talk on it just a little more. It's just that special to my heart. You know, it's one of those couples type testimony. I believe Most High brought in me, and not only just me, I was legally married at the time when my husband and I met this gentleman. We met a gentleman at a polyamorous meetup downtown Detroit somewhere. So we meet this gentleman who was finalizing a divorce. Finalizing a divorce. I won't go into all the gory details of his divorces, just that's so not the point. But at the end of the day, just like a lot of divine masculines, he screwed up in a big way, you know, put his family in jeopardy in a big way. And why I can call him a divine masculine is because I could identify his flame. He had a flame. You know how twins have flames? He wasn't my twin per se, I can admit that. He was not my twin, but he was a flame nonetheless, child. Woo, child. Whew. Anyway, at the first meeting, without even a physical touch, we were about to reach to, like you about to reach to shake someone's hand. But I remember like pulling back because I could feel the energy, the heat. I could feel the energy, the heat of his flame through my hands before we could even touch, y'all. Woo! That's all I can say. So this man, I don't know all this right at the first meeting, that he is at the telltale end of a divorce, hanging on by a very thin thread with very little hope, very little support. But a man with a lot of love. He just was a man with some love in his heart, no matter how fucked up things were. And that Negro was fucked up, y'all. Red flag. It wasn't even about no red flags, okay? It wasn't even about no red flags, baby. This man was fucked up. Forget the flags. Just throw all them flags. Whew. Talking about Jonathan Majors kind of shit, Not the exact scenario, but just that severe. Just that severe, y'all. Jonathan Majors level. Beyond red flags. Just fuck the red flags, y'all. This Negro's life was fucked up. In divorce court, on the tail end, hanging on by a very thin thread. And then here come my husband and I. Our marriage is dead as fuck. Our marriage is dead as fuck. What the hell can we do? This is like year 2014. Around 2014, my husband and I are at a polyamorous meetup downtown Detroit, excited about meeting this man. That's just how screwed up we were. I'm just saying, But nonetheless, This man has a wife and children, and they're all caught up in divorce. Everything all shitty. So I read the situation, and as things are finalizing, I have some suggestions because they were at war. The little subtle suggestions I made calmed everything down. They were able to settle their divorce. After the divorce, a visitation schedule was, reestablished because now I'm involved. Now I'm a part of, you know, their routine, helping them with their children, the kids visiting our home. Now he's, invested in our home, in our family, and we're invested in his, and, you know, things are smooth. Just helping a family transition in a storm was the real point. You know what I mean? Even though I may tell, the colorful side of it, like, you know, he was our boyfriend and I'm giving you the hood side. There's many sides to a story, many sides to a story, even coming from me. So the hood side of me be like, yeah, trying to throw a little dirt because that's just what we do in the hood, come on. But I do have an intellectual side of me that can translate meaningful insight, meaningful opportunity to make decisions in stuck situations. Okay. So, you know, but again, he is who he is. No matter what woman he's with, he is still the same man, you know? And I know this, you know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, I have a little extra pep in my step. I can endure a commitment with my husband that seemed impossible. I'm having suicide attempts. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It don't even really matter. The bottom line is we're happy about getting through each day now. A little bit more than we were before. He's dating other women, feeling good about himself, and I enjoy, I'm be honest, I enjoy watching my husband smile again. I was finding women for him, you know. We both were dead. All we had was sex. All we had was sex and raising kids. Sex and raising kids. And I'm not complaining. I mean, that's not the end of the world or nothing. Bills are paid. We going on family vacations. We still including, family and friends in what we do. I mean, nothing really changed but the understanding that he and I had in our mind and heart toward each other. It's over. It's over. You're not my preference. You know, we understood in our hearts and minds what was going on, despite what people saw on the outside. But this man is in our life. We're able to help another family do something that we couldn't do. I found joy in helping this family break up in a way that was peaceable and respectable when it's all said and done. Because after he left us, he went on to a more stable life. He went on to a stable life after us, guys. As disgusting as the story may sound on my hood side of explanation, the dirt throwing side, the painful side, the side where I had to fight with, not physically fight, but just the disrespectful fight, the spiritual warfare fight of dealing with a 20-year-old baby mama living with us. You know what I'm trying to say? Shit like that sad. I had a right to tell that side of the story too. But today, I want to share how, as disgusting as our life was and the choices we were making, as disgusting as it was, and I'm not trying to take away from, how crazy that shit was, being poly and, living with an agreement of basically hating each other in effort to get all the kids grown. That was some destructive shit. I'm not taking from that. But at the same time, we were able to help a family transition and get to a safer place, even if we couldn't do it for ourselves at the end of the day. They both were preachers' kids, he and his, wife. So he was able to, get a better footing in life, just get better housing, better job, just a better life, guys. He got a better life. And that wife, that ex-wife, she ended up passing away. She ended up passing away a few years later. And he ended up having to raise those kids by himself now. So sometimes you can take two negative people, my ex-husband and I, we were wrong. We started wrong. The whole thing was wrong and it ended wrong. But we were two negative energies that endured an impossible, basically impossible, unnecessary type situation and helped so many other families get on their feet. His family is not the only family that we were able to endure with and labor with for years. And those families seemed impossible. Nobody else wanted to deal with them people. Nobody but some messed up people like us could deal with all them other families that we were able to pay for some stuff or, I don't know, just hold them down. Nobody knew we were doing it. Nobody knew we were doing it at the time. But now I'm able to, go back and speak on some of these things. Because again, I believe in two negatives can create some type of positive sometimes. All negative ain't as bad as we may feel it is or believe it is, or, it might even actually be that bad, actually. Okay, fine. Let's recharge some shit. Come on, y'all now. Come on, just somebody just. I know most people laughing at me, mocking me, and all that. That's cool. I'm used to that shit. I was a cheerleader. It was my job to get people to go from, I don't even want to be here. I hate I paid the $2 to come to this game, to let's cheer the team on, guys. Come on. Put on some red and white and let's, get a band. Guys, let's get some scholarships from these bands, and it was my job to pump up dead people. I've been doing that my whole life, bringing the dead back to life. As a cheerleader, a gymnast, always flipping off some shit, you know, it's my job to bring back the motherfucking dead. I don't care how hood and trifling we may appear to be, twerking all over shit. Whatever. I found out that there are people who, if you shit on some paper and send it to them in a laboratory, they will analyze and they will get paid and go home and feed some kids. So shit has value too. Don't play with me. So anyway, we have helped way, way, way too many people. I sat on the school board for what, 4 to 5 years? I don't even remember, 4 to 5 years. I sat on the school board for a charter school, high school, a charter high school for high risk students. High risk students. My own daughter graduated from there. She was a pregnant teenager. My daughter graduated from that school, and they felt that I was, a good parent who supported the pregnant, my daughter, and the baby daddy. He, when she left her traditional high school, upon getting pregnant, he left his traditional high school, and they went to the alternative school together, and I supported them. They went to every doctor's appointment together. He was a honorable baby daddy kind of guy. They were young, you know. It all started kind of, like it did, but hey, we made it all work. He stood up and he's still standing up today. Not the perfect guy. It's not about being perfect, but it's about making choices to be who you want to be. He started out, proving that he wanted to be a father. And to this day, he's still a father. I'm still supporting him all these years later. I'm just saying, even though my ex and I spent 25 fucked up years together, I done fucked up 25 years. So many families were blessed. They were able to go to their next level anyway. I'm just saying, you can, say what you want about it, make whatever discernments you want. I ain't trying to control no one's thoughts or anything. I'm just sharing my story at the end of the day. Every once in a while, I might get a little ugly. That's the hood in me. I'm sorry. I mean, I am sorry and I'm not. You know what I mean? I can only be who I am. But I'm also sharing this side of me too. Letting you know that no matter how fucked up you may think I am, a lot of good has come out of this shit and it's well documented. In the academic world, though, as hood and fucked up as I am well documented in the academic world. Also in the uh, entertainment world, just never really was, given the right honor and due. And, fame and money and all that. I didn't get all that, but I'm well documented in it since the 80s. I'm just saying, more good has come out of me than this crazy shit that you hear on my channel. I'm not limited to this craziness on my channel. I'm not limited to this. So, anyway, that gentleman and his family are stable and successful people, flaws and all. And I know that my broken marriage contributed to it. They were hanging on by a very thin thread as a family. And we came along and we stabilized them and let them go. And then what I did, though, just in case, now I didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong, y'all, in my heart, but just in case, y'all, just in case I was wrong, even though I couldn't really see it, to be honest, but just in case I'm wrong, you got to leave room for error. That's just how I do my work with my PhD. I leave a little room for error. So anyway, I apologize to that woman just in case me entering y'all marriage, even though it wasn't, even though it was well filed and close to the end and finalized, but just in case I interfere with any possibility of y'all getting back together, I apologized. And she didn't accuse me of anything. She didn't. She really didn't. In fact, she was satisfied with the divorce findings and was able to settle in her spirit and let visitations, be in both their favor. And you know what I'm saying? She was free in her heart and mind. I get that part. I get that part. But just in case, guys, I was wrong. I apologize to both of them in a text message. I apologize to both of them. And I meant it from my heart, from my soul, for my marriage's sake. I meant it. Even for my marriage's sake. I meant it. And for their children's sake, for my children's sake, because they were blessed with something from us that we couldn't even do for ourselves. And I'm not jealous, I'm not envy. It was a gift. It represented my belief. It represented my faith. It showed me that no matter how fucked up I am, Most High can still turn something evil into good. He can turn something black into light. No matter how abandoned I ever actually be, he still want me. He still want me when no one else do. Most High will see me. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that. And that's what I want to teach my children. And I want to teach my grandchildren that no matter how low you go, there is still some hope. There is still a chance. Even if you just get a glimpse of it from time to time, that's still something to hold on to. It's still something to work toward. And one day, it becomes real. And you don't even, I don't even know what to say beyond that point, actually, at this point. But I'm just thankful to be alive still, to have something to talk about from from every angle possible. And I know I may sound crazy to a lot of people, look crazy. And, I can't disagree for real. I'm not even trying. I just want to explain. And I know we live in the world, say, don't explain yourself. Well, how else can I justify having a PhD? How can I justify having a couple of master's degrees in education? How else? Why else? If I'm not going to share what I know, share what I actually lived, you know, I'm just saying, make it make sense. Maybe you can't afford to put your business in the street, but I choose to. I choose to. I was chosen for this. Not everybody can do this. Put their business in the street at at all cost. At all cost. I wasn't raised to be a freehold. Oh no. Oh no, I wasn't raised to be no freehold. But I'm out here in the street with very little, looking kind of free these days. But from what I can see, they ain't gonna be for long. I'm just gonna stay strong. Y'all be blessed. Thank you.